There is a trend now in the Western world, which I would like to touch, being a Dai. There's a trend in the Western world where previously, maybe 20 years back, 15 years back, it was different. People used science, logic, and reason to prove the Quran, to prove the Hadith, to do Dawah. In certain parts of certain Western countries, it's changing. And that reminds me that one of the Dais, he used to use logic, but when someone asked him the question about qadar, about destiny, that if Allah is the one who writes the destiny, then Allah is to blame. If someone kills, who's to blame? Allah is to blame. If he knows, he writes the destiny, he's to blame. So because he could not answer logically, he says Allah doesn't have ilm ghaib. And everyone gave the fatwa of kufr to him. I won't take his name. I met him and I said, what are you doing? Akhi, what are you doing? And then I explained to him, because this is a very difficult question about qadar. And I gave him the explanation. He agreed he made a mistake, but he had done the blunder. He said, Allah doesn't have ilm ghaib. So now you find in this trend, the first important point to be noted, that always Quran is number one. Quran is the haqq. In source of knowledge, number one is Quran. Number two is the authentic hadith. Then will come reason, logic, science, all are below that. So we as Dais, we as Muslims, we always believe the best source of knowledge is the Quran. There is not a minute error in the Quran. There is not a single defect in the Quran. Next comes the authentic hadith. In hadith you have to be careful, because the hadith is sahih, it is saif, it is mawdu. So as far as sahih hadiths are concerned, we believe even that is authentic and it is true. Now, while doing dawah, whatever knowledge we have, whatever reasoning we have, whatever logic we have, whatever scientific knowledge we have, if it contradicts with the Quran or the hadith, we should not place the logic above Quran and hadith. Unfortunately, this trend is changing in the Western world. And some of the Muslim du'ats, one is a very close friend of mine, and because he could not answer logically the questions posed by certain Muslims influenced by the Western society or by non-Muslims, he started saying that logic and reason is not the basis of dawah. And he said that verbal dawah, verbally talking, is not the fundamental of dawah. And no one converts because of reason and logic. Now Quran, the whole book of Quran is on reason and logic. 332 times Allah says, Waqalu, they say. And 332 times Allah replies, Qul, tell them. It's a question answer book. Afala yuminun, will you not then believe? Afala yuminun, will you not then understand? The Quran is filled up with these verses. Will you not then understand? Will you not then believe? It is for men of reasoning and logic. Many verses. So now, because we have to understand that our knowledge, our scientific knowledge, our medical knowledge, our reasoning, our logic is limited. When it clashes with the Quran or with the Sahih Hadith, the Quran is always on top. Then you start giving statements. Then you have two types of people. One type of people start saying the information of the Quran is not correct. The other type of people, they say, don't use science while doing dawah. So now there's a group emerging in the Western world which used to use science before. Now they say, don't use science for dawah. I said, why? So they will disagree with this topic. Tibbi Nabwi, understanding the approach of prophetic healing. They'll disagree. Why are you giving a talk on science and medicine? Why are you giving a talk on Quran and modern science? Last year, in this conference, I gave a talk on Quran and modern science. They'll disagree. They're saying we should not use science for doing dawah. The reason is because I feel that they have been so much influenced by the Western culture. Some of them got PhDs in Western society, so they trained them in PhD how to think logically. So then they drift away from the Islamic thinking, unfortunately. Therefore, I am not too much in favor of Muslims doing their Muslim PhD in non-Muslim countries with non-Muslim guides. It's not haram. I know many people, mashallah, who have done from non-Muslim countries, non-Muslim guides, and they're very good dais. But there are chances that you may deviate. So one group of dais, they say you should not use science at all. And some of them say Quran is wrong.